My full name is Doris Frida Levin, but actually, on my birth certificate, it's Frida Doris Baker. So I was confused a lot during my life, but actually, Doris Frida Levin is my full name now. Actually, I'm known as Dee. Just the fourth letter of the alphabet makes it easy. And I got that after I became a hairdresser. I have had a very diversified, interesting, unusual for me life. I started as a child at 8th and Dauphin, where I grew up and got married out of 2241 North 8th Street. I moved after I got married to Logan, 4839 North Broad Street. And then we moved to 639 Garland Street, which is Crescentville. And then we moved on to Huntington Valley, 145 Radburn Road. The children were raised at 639 Garland Street, and that was 3 of them, 2 boys and a girl. When they got married, the little one went to college, the other 2 got married. We left Garland Street and we moved to Radburn Road. We became hairdressers. After we were married for 10 years and had 3 children, we decided to become hairdressers. That's a story maybe for another time. I met my husband when I was in the 11th grade. I married him actually as soon as I got out of the 12th grade. They said it wouldn't last because I was so young and he had like 6.5 years on me. And maybe they were right. It was like 66 years and that's all it lasted. 66 years. Good years. Not without ups and downs, but basically I look back on my life and I say, you were very lucky. You were very lucky. And I was, because I never planned anything in my life. I got married, and the opportunity, the thought of becoming a hairdresser was never in my family. But my husband had a friend who was a hairdresser. The wife was a hairdresser, and saw my husband combing his hair in our little powder room. And she said to me, you know, Dee, at the time Doris, if Norman was a hairdresser, he wouldn't even have to do hair good. People would just sit in his chair for him to touch their head and pay him. My husband was handsome, but I never knew that handsome. So it struck a chord. He was a manager in a warehouse with no real future. And as it turned around, we eventually sought that career. He went to beauty school and I went the year after. And my mother, in her wisdom, said, if your husband's going to become a hairdresser, you better get the chair right next to him, because the ladies aren't going to let him go. So I did. And we opened up a salon, and even that by chance. I had no idea that that salon and being a hairdresser would take me on a journey that I would never, ever think to travel, because I never knew it existed. It took me to the life of the rich and famous, of what you see on television. I was involved in that life. I did not live that life exactly, but most certainly was involved in it. I was involved with corporate people, such as Procter & Gamble, Clairol, Wella. I worked through Clairol. I worked with Foot Cone & Belding, an advertising agency in New York. Through them, and my association with Clairol took me to television, which is something else I never would dream that I would ever be on television, but I was. I pioneered the makeover programs that they have now, and I enjoyed every minute of it. Had the opportunity to do 2 Miss Americas, Hawaii and California, and worked with models, model agencies, the beauty industry, the glamour industry as they call it, trips to Paris, leave the salon on Saturday, travel to Paris to do a show, or work within a coiffure, do presentations in Germany or England, wherever. And soon I realized that I was having a very good life. My children grew up well, adjusted, I think. As all children, you might think they're well adjusted. Maybe they're not, but they're successful and happy. I'm very proud of my 4 grandchildren who are successful in their own right, and very happy with my 6 great-grandchildren. I had, in my opinion, a wonderful life. But I don't want to put that in the past tense. My memories are my memories, and I could share them with a lot of people, but they won't understand it because they didn't live it. What they will understand is the life that I'm living now, because now is the life that they are sharing here at the Fountain View. So what do I do that makes people happy? I love greeting the new residents when they come, to make them feel comfortable so that they meet new people. I like that part of my life now because I'm making people happy. I like being able to go boxing because I do box, and I've been boxing for years, and I like my ballroom dancing. These are the things that we're doing now. I like to take the bus and go shopping because the loop bus takes me around Chestnut Street, drops me off, brings me back. I like the extra activities when they take me shopping to all the food stores or Wegmans, or they take me out to lunch. This is the life that I'm living now. There are exercise classes that I go to exercise my knees. There are discussions about bridge if you play bridge. There are discussions about current events. There's so much to live today for the life that I'm living now. Yes, I had a magnificent life, a glamorous life, and I don't know anyone here who has had the glamour of their life that I have. But that's my past. Those are my memories. Today, I don't know that I'll have memories, because right now I'm living a great life. Because I'm living here where everything's so convenient for me. How could anybody want more? I have everything I need and more of what I want.